as well. The another one, the global problem is arms race. Is it? Already we know that by this armament race, we can see that it is a cause for the First World War and Second World War. Then after the First World War and Second World War, after the Second World War, we can see that the Cold War is held between the USA and USSR. Is it? So that on that time we can see that it is closely armament race, in the sense the Cold War is increased in the world. It is a cause for the emerge of the nuclear bombs and also the nuclear weapons. Is it? It is a very dangerous for the world. Is it? So it's a very necessary to eradicate the armament race. Otherwise, reduce the races in the country is very important. Is it? The preparation of the arms is reducing the preparations of arms is very necessary for the country. As here a point is explains likewise in the nuclear approach. Either we have to end the war, otherwise war will end us. What is a poet is explained likewise in the nuclear approach. We can see that either we have to end the war or war will end us. It means we should reduce the weapons or we should reduce the arms race is very necessary. So afterwards also we can see that the human society in the world, otherwise it is war is destroy the humanity and human being in the earth. Is it? So in the nuclear approach we should we have to end the war, or war will end us. So it's very necessary to make the disarmament. Understand? So it's a very necessary make the disarmament. What is the meaning of disarmament? Reducing the preparation of arms step by step. Understand? What is reducing armament? In a sense, disarmament means not preparing the arms in the country is not. Usually arms are very necessary. Weapons are very necessary to protect every country. Is it? But how much is necessary for protecting every country? In a sense, how much weapons are necessary to protect our country? That much weapons only we should prepare. Okay. Otherwise, we are preparing the more for the aggressive purpose, for the war purpose, is it? For the dignity purpose, is it? So, we are all preparing the more wars. It is a cause for the nuclear approach. Is it? So, for that purpose, disarmament means what? Reducing the preparation of arms step by step is called the disarmament. Otherwise, it is very harmful for the human society. Not only the human society, it destroyed the earth. Okay, is here bringing down the number of arms or elimination of certain arms. What it is? Bringing down the number of arms, reducing the arms or elimination of certain arms which are not necessary to us. So how much is necessary to protect our country? That much only weapons we have. Is it? So we should have. Otherwise, there is no necessary to discover the more weapons. Otherwise the production of the weapons also. Okay, eliminating the weapons step by step is called the disarmament. Is not completely reducing. It means disarmament means not completely. So eliminating step by step. Understand? But it is bringing down the number of the arms and eliminating the certain arms is called the disarmament. Is it? Disarmament is also very necessary for the global security. Otherwise, it is affected more. So, what are the effects of the armament race? Is it? So, here we can see that USSR prepares the one new weapon. Then afterwards, America, USA is also prepared the special weapon. It is greater than USSR. Then England, afterwards Japan, afterwards Germany, then India. So likewise, if countries start the race in the production of arms, so it's very harmful for the every country. Is it? It affects the more. What are the main effects of the arms race? Is it? So first one is insecurity, where I'll feel very fear. Is it? Then afterwards fear. It creates insecurity. It creates some fear. So it in the sense we are waiting for the war. Afterwards, what we'll get after the war? Is it? Then afterwards instability. We are not getting the stability in economically, politically, socially, in all field. We can see the instability. Then war appearance, we are, when we get the good knowledge, after when we prepare very well, afterwards we are all ready to attempt the exam, is it? So when the exam's date is postponed, we are all very what it is, waiting and very curious to do attend the exams now. Similarly, when every country gets the more and more weapons, they are all very curious to do the war, is it? So here it creates the war appear, is it? So for that purpose, these are all danger. War means danger, is it? So it is not good for the global security. Understand? But it is, what are the effects of the armed race means? It creates the insecurity, fear, instability and war appear. It is for the 2 marks. Okay, so these are all the effects of the arms race, armament race or arms race. Then afterwards we can see that India is also one of the peace loving country and peaceful country, is it? For that purpose, it always advocate the what is disarmament. India is a peace loving country and peaceful country. It always advocate the human reducing the weapons. Otherwise, it opposes the armament race. Then afterwards, the UNO and also the many more organization is also gives the suggestion to reduce the armament race, and it is a very necessary for the global security also. So here the many, after the Second World War, after the Cold War, we can see that USA and USSR are commit the some more settlements and agreements here. So we can see that PTBT. Is it? It is a partial test ban treaty. It is agreed between the USA and USSR. Then comprehensive test ban treaty. It is also agreed between the USA and USSR. Then afterwards, SALT. This is also what is commit between the USA and USSR. By this, it reduces the producing the nuclear weapons and bombs. Understand? So this is through this, the nowadays we can see that the more countries are ready to reduce the armament race. So this is all about the armament race, and also the India and other countries also follow what is definitive destructive. It want to what it is definitive destructive. So it want to avoid this. Understand this. So what we should avoid? We should avoid the armament race. It is harmful for the humanity and human all world, and it is the not security for the global. It is a very harmful for the global security. And we can see that here the Hoover, he is the president of the USA. He is explained likewise, we are all not wasting the money. That is, we are all not wasting the money. We are all wasting the capacity of the labor. Is it? But is we are all wasting the sweat of the laborers. Afterwards, intelligence of the scientists, then sweet dreams of the children. Is it? It is a very wonderful line. We can see that Howes explained likewise, we are all by this what is increasing the arms and discovering the arms. By this, we are all not only wasting the money. Here we wasting the sweat of labor. Is it? Then wasting the intelligence of the scientists, and we are wasting the dreams of children. Is it? So we use all this, we use this sweat of the labor in the production of food and other production activities is helpful for the country. Otherwise, if we use this his sweat in the preparation of the arms, it destroy the world. Is it? Then when we use the intelligence of the scientists, it's helpful for providing the something for the handicaps, and after the providing the something for the eradicating some diseases. Is it? Otherwise, we are wasting this intelligence. This intelligence is destroying the global security. Is it? Then afterwards, we can see that children are getting the wonderful dream in the future, but war is destroy the children and children's dreams also. Is it? For that purpose, disarmament is very necessary for the present world. This is all about the armament race. One question will be asked from this lesson. What is that? What is the meaning of disarmament? Okay. What are the effects of the armament race? Then afterwards, how India advocated the disarmament. Is it? So India is a peace-loving country and peaceful country. It always advocate about the disarmament in the UN sessions and conferences. Afterwards, it is also adapted the disarmament. Understand? This is all about the armament race. Yes, well, dear friends, let us discuss about that the new topic, economic inequality. Among the members of the world, the every country is facing the economic problem. It's a great economic problem. In the sense, economic inequality is a great problem in the world. We can see that. It is the gift of historical imperialism and colonialism. What is? It is the historical gift of imperialism and colonialism. We all know that for example, India is also now it is a developing country because of what Britishers rule our country 200 years and they controlled us in the economically, politically, socially. Is it through that we see that the drain theory is that Dadabhai Nauroji's the drain theory is there. In the sense, the wealth of India is the drain. In the sense, it flows to the London on that period. So nowadays we are facing the economic, social, political, all problems. This is the cause for backwardness of our India. Because of what? Britishers ruled our country 200 years. They are not ruled our country. Then afterwards, they take all our wealth, take off our all wealth. In a sense, Indian wealth is flows to the Britain on that period. So nowadays we are facing the many more problems. In the period of the 1857, the first war of Indian independence, you know that what are the economic reason for the first war of Indian independence? Is it Indian wealth is flows to the where? London. Then afterwards industries, small scale industries become backwardness. Is it? They gets our raw materials in very low cost and afterwards they what it is? They sell their finishing goods at a very high cost. Is it? Then we are not getting the wonderful job in the Britain government. Is it? So afterwards the salaries of the Britain government for the Britain officers is by the Indian treasurers. Is it? So these are all reasons for the backwardness of India. So similarly here we can see that in the world the many more countries are ruled by the European countries. Is it? Especially the Asian countries and Latin America countries and African countries are ruled by the Europeans. Afterwards, so the wealth of these countries are flows to the European countries. So it's the main reason for the backwardness of the some more countries. Is it? So these countries, in a sense, African countries, Latin America countries and Asian countries, now they want to achieve in the field of economics, political, health, education. Is it? Then in political, in many more fields, they are trying to achieve more in these fields. Is it? But it is very hard because of these countries very needed the foreign aid. Foreign aid means foreign help. Is it? So in the economically, politically, socially, in all manner. Is it? So there is no more fund we have in our country. In a sense, these Latin America, Asian countries and also the African countries not have this a very much aid because of the development of the various field. Is it? But this is one of the situation why the economic inequality took place in the world, because of what? European countries ruled the Asian, Latin American and African countries. Afterwards these countries become very poor. Is it? But nowadays these countries are trying to get achievement in the field of education, health and also the political and also the science and technology and education, many more field. But it's a very necessary of the economic assist is a very necessary for these countries. Then in the another side we can see that the Cold War is a start after the Second World War. Is it? So here USA and USSR are started the Cold War. Is it? But in this Cold War, the USA and USSR start to give the aid for their own blocks. In the sense of who support the USA? USA gives the economic assist. In the sense it assists to the its follows countries. Is it? Similarly USSR, it is also start to assist its follows countries. Is it? Through that it gives the assist to or aid to its following countries or their own block. Afterwards they get the support of these poor countries. It means these poor country, in a sense the poverty of these country is the power political to the these USA and USSR. Understand? In a sense it gives the economic assist or any other assist to following countries. In a sense those countries give the support to the USS and those countries gives the support to the USA. Is it? So likewise what happens here, again the blocks are increased in the country. But here the next part we can see that India is become neutral on that period, in the sense in the period of the Cold War. It is not joined either USA or USSR. Both US and USSR are the strong countries, but India is not ready to join the USA and USSR. It is called the non-aligned. Already I thought in the foreign policy, is it? As a Jawaharlal Nehru is a neutrally, he gives the more importance for the development of our country. Otherwise he is not joined, in the sense India is not joined the USA and USSR. Neutrally it involves the development of its country. Understand? This is called the non-aligned movement. Okay, so afterwards, it is very helpful for the backward countries, what we call the third world, is it? The backward countries to protect its self-respect, is it? So, it's the non-alignment is the non-aligned movement is the very necessary for the every country to protect our self-respect. Is it? Afterwards, our country is propagated likewise. If any developed country want to give the assistance to the backward countries or developing countries, it's a very necessary should give, but don't expect anything. Don't expect or don't condition to these countries. In a sense, don't expect anything, and without any condition, it should give the aid or assistance to these backward countries. Understand? So likewise only we see that it gets the economic assist from the America, afterwards gets the military assist from the Russia. Is it? It is the, we learned in the last class already. So what it is, India follows the non-aligned policy. Through that what happens here, it every developed country want to give the assist to the backward countries should give without any condition or without any expectation. Understand? So then afterwards these countries, backward countries, what we call, these called the third world. What we call third world. Third world, it means nothing but poor countries. Third world, it means what? Poor countries, economically backward countries. Okay, so these countries are considered as the poor world. Sorry, third world. This third world, it means poor country. Understand? Economically backward countries we consider as the third world. So what are the economic backward countries? Mention the third world countries means what it is. First one is the Latin America, Asian countries and African countries. These are all the backward countries, third world countries, poor countries we are considered likewise. Understand? Then after getting the aids, in the sense assist economic and political, all assistance by the developed countries, then these countries are trying to get the economical, political, social, health, education. In this field they want to achieve the development. Understand? But here we can see that the excess spending and open economy, globalization, these are all creates the many more problems in the backward countries. So what are those? More population and more pollution. Is it? Afterwards excess use of the raw materials. Afterwards these countries small scale industries become the depression. Is it? Then inflections, these are all creates in the backward countries. Anyhow, India is one of the developing country. Is it? It always strive to what is promote the economic inequality in the world. Understand? This is all about the economic inequality. It was fourth lesson of political science, global problems and India's role is completed.